Hi, everybody. I'm running a little bit late today because I'm trying to. Oh, hold on, Hunter. Hunter said he wants to see what's going on. No, be quiet, buddy. Hold on, it's okay. No, you get down. Jeez. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get everything in a group here. I'm trying to put some photos up here I wanted to show you, and for some reason, it is just not working right now. And so I don't know what's going to happen here. Okay, there goes that. Let's see here. Okay, good. I'm glad you hear me loud and clear. That's awesome. Let me put the microphone a little bit closer. How y'all doing today? It's a nice sunny day here. Finally, we're going to get rain tomorrow. So I'm just trying to turn some things off here. And how's everybody doing? Hmm, let's see. Something ain't working right again. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know what I did wrong here today, but it's okay. Hi, Cindy. How you doing? Jamie says, any snow? We don't have any right now because it got warm and melted, but we're gonna get rain tomorrow, but we're gonna get more toward the end of the week. So, lucky me. What about you? You got snow? Hi, She Wolf. Hi there. Okay, let me see here. Well, I don't know why my chat's not working right. Hi, Marcia. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I was trying to get this to highlight, but it just doesn't seem like it wants, where I can pop up the comments here on the screen. But for some reason, I guess I didn't I guess I didn't set it up right today. I think that's what happened. All righty. Hey, Marilyn, how you doing? Warm and sunny in Cincinnati. Yay! That's awesome. Well, I'm glad you guys are all here. Thank you for coming here today. So I had a somewhat boring week today. It was I didn't go out and work every single day because on what day was it? Thursday? Thursday and Friday we had snow, so I stayed home. And then it was kind of boring. Warm and sunny in Meadville, too. Yay! Yeah, please let it melt. I'd be happy if I never saw snow again except on a postcard or TV or something. Okay, let's see here. Jane Ellen says, hello, everybody. Sunny and somewhat warm in Florida. Awesome, Jane. I wish I was in Florida right now. No, Jamie, not any decisions yet on the trailer. I'm still getting some quotes. I did get a few more quotes, and so far, the first one I got is the best one. So we'll see what happens. I have a few months yet to decide because I'm probably not even going to order it until springtime. Okay. Well, what I was going to talk about today is because people have been asking me, about my diet. And so, since I haven't talked about it in a while, I thought we'd talk about the carnivore lifestyle today a little bit. And I mean, I've already yeah, Cindy, I hear you. That's right. Um I've already talked about in videos on my channel, about the different changes and stuff, my improvements in my health and stuff. But um, quite a few of the viewers, you guys have asked when I was going to talk more about it, and said they'd like to hear more about it. So I thought I'd just open it up for questions. But what I wanted to say was I was going to show you this. I saw this picture years ago and I saved it because I said, okay, can you see that picture right there? Um, when I saw this, I said to myself, I'm not going to be the one on the right in the green dress. So I may not ever be a weightlifter, but I'm going to follow the one on the left because there's quite a difference there, don't you think? Hi from Walmart. Hi, Jen. How are you? Jamie, I just mix up my own electrolytes. I don't, I've tried some of them, but I don't like the flavored ones. Well, I mean, I do like I do like them, but the flavored ones do have some tiny bits of sweetener in it, and I try to stay away from that because although fat, my body's fat adapted because I've been doing this for so long and I can bounce back quickly. It still makes me psychologically, maybe physically, I don't know, want more sweet stuff. So I try to stay away from the sweeteners and stuff like that. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, She Wolf. Yeah, I didn't know what her name was. I had heard it before, but I read about her and she is amazing, right? Yeah, so I mean, I want to look like that when I'm 80. Heck yeah. And ever since I changed my diet, it has helped a lot because if you here, give me a minute and another um I'll upload another picture here or two to this. And I'm going to show you what I looked like a few years ago. Uh okay, let's see. Which one do I want to show you? Okay, I'm going to show you 2004. I'm going to show you my chubby little cheeks here. Let's see here. Let me get that up there. Okay, let's see. Okay, there you go. Um, that was me in 2004. And you can see I was quite chubby. I can't remember what I weighed in that photo. But I can tell you this, that even though I look quite a bit younger, because that was 20 years ago, I felt way worse than I do now. There were days I could barely do my job as a truck driver because I hurt so bad, my joints and everything. I could barely get in and out of the truck. And so it was hard to do. It was very, very hard for me to do that. And even though I was smiling, I was in agony most of the time. Now I'm going to show you a photo of 2019. And this is in March of 2019 when I started my carnivore diet. And I'll show you what I looked like here. Let me get it sized right so you can see it. But it was that was me in 2019 and I weighed 206 67 pounds at that time, I believe. So I was, I know it doesn't look like I weighed that much, but believe me, I did. And I was at the point there where when I took my mother to the Walmart once a month for her groceries, she needed an electric cart, and I did too because I couldn't walk through the store. And then this last photo I'll show you, and I'll answer your questions here in a minute. I see you guys are asking some questions. But this last photo I'm going to show you, you already see on my videos I do what I look like right now. But this one was in 2021 after I had been doing the carnivore for about 2.5 years. This was in the fall of 2021. And this was me and my dog Hunter, and we were at the facility where he did his um training, and we all used to go there and do training and have fun and stuff. But this was what I looked like there after only 2.5 years of carnivore. Now I have to say I did have a few cheat times, especially during that horrific time in 2020, if you guys know what I mean. I don't even want to say it. But I did cheat a few times. But overall, I have stuck to this probably 97 to 98% of the time. So, that was the there. Now back to me. Okay. So, all right, let me see the questions here. Right, Marcia, we're not like our grandparents. That's right. Jamie says, "Can you tell us what you eat in a day?" Well, Jamie, right now, since inflation, I used to eat ribeye steaks quite a bit. Um, Now what I eat is ground beef and chicken because that's more affordable right now. But for instance, I'll tell you this morning what I ate. I got up and I got some ground beef. I get the ground beef from a local butcher here, and they grind it fresh all the time. I don't really like that store-bought stuff. I'll buy it if I really, if I'm out and I need it, but I really like the beef from my butcher. Anyway, I just made a patty, probably about 4 or 5 ounces, and then I had two strips of thick sliced bacon. I buy the Wright's brand thick sliced bacon. I like thick. Some people like it a little bit thinner, but the Wright's has zero carbs on it. So that's the brand I buy. So that's what I had. I had my beef patty and the two slices of bacon for breakfast. And then I just had my dinner. I guess you'll call it dinner right before I did this live. And it was about, I didn't measure, but it was about 8 to 10 ounces of ground beef. And I just sauteed it in the skillet. And I do use some seasonings, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion, stuff like that. Sometimes I'll have a little bit, an egg or two with that. Um, some days in the morning, I'll have about a half a pound of ground beef scrambled up with 2 eggs. And then for dinner, I'll have maybe 3 chicken thighs roasted in the oven, stuff like that. And for my coffee, that's the only thing. I drink coffee. I'm not giving up my coffee. I tried a couple times, it's not happening. But for my coffee, I put a tablespoon of butter in it and blend it up in my blender. I talked about that last week. And that's how I have my coffee. And that's pretty much my diet, unless unless I have a really good gig work week, where I made a few extra bucks, and then I might buy me a roast. I like chuck roast the best, or a nice grass-fed ribeye from Aldi's. Yeah, Marilyn, it is. And actually, and I seem to be I lost a total of like 72 pounds altogether from then until now. Uh I guess I lost more fat and I gained some muscle because, uh, oh geez, you ever lose your train of thought? Anyway, I lost 72 pounds. And so my clothes fit better now. But the best part of it is even better than the weight loss is the health improvements. Almost every health issue I ever had is either gone or it doesn't bother me anymore. How do you, Jane Ellen says, how do you get your fiber so not to have any bathroom issues? Well, Jane Ellen, believe it or not, contrary to what they've been telling us all these years, you do not need fiber. Our bodies don't need fiber. I go to the bathroom just fine. Some people in the very beginning, they may have a little bit of runniness. I'm trying not to get too graphic. And then other people have a little bit of what they think is constipation. But a rule of thumb is if you're going to do the carnivore, if it's too runny, you're eating too much fat. If it's not coming out very well at all, maybe add a little more fat, you know. But we don't need fiber. I don't eat fiber at all. You can check out Dr. Ken Berry on his channel, and he talks a lot about that. Him and Dr. Anthony Chafee. Look them up, and they can explain things a lot better than I can because I understand how it works, but I'm not real good at explaining it because I'm not a doctor. I just know what works for me. She Wolf says bacon and coffee. Who wouldn't love that? Yeah, yeah, right. Isn't that something? Hi, Sunny. How you doing? Glad to see you here. Traveling with Minivan Go, Marilyn says. From 2017 to 2019, I lost 40 pounds on Weight Watchers. Maintained until January of 21 when I had a heart attack. I've put 20 pounds back on, and after that, I feel stuck. Yeah, see, I think every single one of us have gone through that, Marilyn, because the you're never gonna be able to maintain that kind of weight loss with standard American diet. And again, it's just when I first started it, I heard about it, and I was always a meat eater. I always liked meat, but I always liked all the other crap too. And I thought it was a little wacky at first. And back in 2019, a lot of people thought you were crazy. But it's much more popular now, much more well known, thanks to people coming out and talking about it, and Dr. Chafee and Dr. Barry and other doctors coming out and talking about it. But I will never, ever, ever, ever go back to the standard diet ever again. Samantha says, "Hi, everyone." Ahoyo says, "Hello." Danielle says, "Pneumonia took 20 pounds off me." Yeah, that's not a good way to do it either, Danielle. That's for sure. I used to have sleep apnea and it's gone. And I think I mentioned it in another video, but every time when I go to get my eyes checked, my eyeglasses improve, the prescription improves instead of getting worse. And that's that's pretty impressive, really. My eye doctor was like, he said, "This can't be right." He said, "That doesn't hardly ever happen." And I said, "Well," he said, "I don't know how that happened." And I said, "Well, I do." And I started telling him about my diet. And of course, he's one of these that believes in the old standard way of doing things. And he was sitting there just listening to me, trying to be nice. And he was going, and I thought, well, I said, "You don't have to believe me, Doc." I said, "But that's the only change I made." You're sparking it up here in North Carolina up to 150. Awesome, Danielle. That's freaking awesome. You go, girl. I didn't go out today. I did go yesterday for a little while. I had to go out and get my prescription for my thyroid meds. And I thought, well, since I'm out, I'll go. Nothing. There it was so dead. And I sat around for an hour. See, I'm not real patient. Some people will wait. Not me. I waited almost an hour and I'm like, nope, I'm out of here. I'm going home. But that's awesome. Maybe you'll make another 100 on top of it before you go home. Yeah, Cindy, it is. And because these glasses that I'm wearing, these glasses are, I want to say 6 years old. 6 years old. I see better out of these than I do my new ones. That I do have a new pair, and but they messed up the prescription on it, so I don't wear them. But these are like 6 years old, and I can see just perfectly fine from them. Um, because that my eye doctor had prescribed these for me. And he was good. I loved going to him because he always got my prescription right. And he since closed up his office and went to work for somebody else in another town. And I don't want to drive 40 miles to go there. So I went to another eye doctor this time and they kind of messed up my prescription, even though not as it was the same as this one, in other words, right? But when they sent it for production, I don't know who messed up, if the people making the glasses messed up or if she gave the wrong prescription, but I don't wear them, so I wear these. Yeah, oh yo, you should give it a try. I mean, you know what? It doesn't hurt, not it's not going to hurt you, and there is not a medical condition in the world that's going to some people say, "Well, I can't because I have this wrong." No, that is wrong, wrong, wrong. Even people that I know some people will have that alpha gal syndrome. It comes from being bit by a tick and you can't eat beef. Like Dr. Berry said, that only usually lasts a while. It's not a lifelong thing. But even if you have that, you could eat pork and chicken and seafood. So there is no condition in the world that this will harm that I'm aware of. So give it 30 days and try it. And if you don't feel better, then I don't know what to say, but if you do it and don't cheat, you're going to feel better. How do I feel about butter? Well, I have butter every day, every morning in my coffee. If I have a tablespoon of butter in each cup of coffee that I have. Most days I only have 2 cups, some days I have three. That's the limit on the butter. I also have Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which causes the hypothyroid, low thyroid. And I don't know, I've heard it both ways, but you're supposed to avoid dairy if you have that, is from what I heard from the most part. So I don't have any dairy at all except for butter. Butter doesn't seem to affect me, and my Hashimoto's has been improving since I've been on this diet. Now, I know Dr. Barry's wife, Nisha, she has Hashimoto's, and I believe she has some dairy. I think I can't tell you exactly what, but you have to watch her or their show and ask. But I don't have dairy simply because I'm trying to clear up my Hashimoto's, and once that's done, hopefully I can get it all cleared up. It's been getting much better. Um, I love dairy. I love cheese. I love sour cream and all that stuff. I just don't eat it right now. Jamie wants to know how I went from long hair to short hair. Well, Jamie, one day I was out and about in the town I live in, and I had stopped. A friend of mine has a salon, in the west end of town. And I was down there and I wasn't doing anything. And I thought, well, let me stop in and say hi to Lizzie. And I went in there and she used to have the longest hair. I mean, it was down to her back, in the back and everything. And I walked in there and she had a cut. It was like this, one of these modern cuts, where it's nice and puffy back here in the back and all that stuff, and the little pretty front here and the nicely shaved edges and everything. And I said, "Oh, that's beautiful. Do that to me." And she kind of almost dropped her clippers because she said, "All these years you never wanted to cut your hair. And are you sure?" I said, "Yeah, do it now before I change my mind." I said, "I want exactly what you got." So she did. That's how that happened. That was almost 2 years ago. February would be 2 years since I cut my hair off. This last time, if you're referring to some of my recent videos where I had gave myself a buzz cut, well, I didn't give myself the buzz cut. What I was trying to do was a few months ago, I needed my hair trimmed right around these edges and stuff. Well, I didn't want to spend money to go to the salon because, the budget's a little tight lately. So I thought, well, I can do it myself. Well, that ended up being a disaster. I mean, like a disaster on steroids. Only solution was to cut it all off. So I told my sister, grab your clippers, and she gave me a buzz cut. And I think if you look back around September in some of my videos, you'll see that I had these little hats on all the time. It's because I was almost bald. Well, so anyway, I'll never do that again. Ever, ever, ever. I'm not cutting my hair ever again, and I'm not getting a baldy ever again. But I like it this length. Do I ever get hungry smelling those baked chickens and the spark orders? Yes, I always do. But you know what? I try to eat before I go out, just so I won't be tempted to eat something I shouldn't. Ohoyo says, am insulin diabetic, high cholesterol, triglycerides, hypertension, and arthritis. Ohoyo, are you it- type 2 diabetes? See, I was right on the borderline between pre-diabetes and diabetic, and I changed all of that. Again, if you go watch Dr. Barry's channel, he talks about this all the time. If you do a proper human diet, meaning, either keto, ketovore, or carnivore, you can reverse that, is what he says. And I believe it because I reversed a lot of my stuff. Sandra D says I have hashy hypo as well. Does it help with? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Sandra. I don't have hardly any inflammation anymore. I mean, you know, my knees, I have arthritis in my knee, or, well, I mean, it's there, but I don't know it's there anymore. I went from having to use that electric cart at Walmart, and now I deliver Spark or Walmart groceries and cases of water for people and carry it up the stairs, and I don't have any inflammation left anymore. It's just gone. Yeah, Ohoyo, check out Dr. Barry's channel. You'll learn a lot there because he's a wealth of knowledge. Hey, William, glad to see you make it. You just woke up from a nap. That's cool. William's been a carnivore for quite some time now, too. Jamie says, how's my blood work? Like cholesterol. Actually, it's very good. It's better than it has ever been. Um, I did show it in a live I did, I think it was like 2 months ago. If you go back through my recent lives, it was two or three back from this one, and I showed it on the screen about my cholesterol. It's coming down. It's very good, but cholesterol is not the bad guy that we've been taught that it was. They have multiple studies that prove that now. And so, um, or at least most of the cholesterol. I'm not going to go into that because then I'll get nasty comments later about what do you know? You don't know what you're talking about. All I can say is there's a lot of studies that prove it's not the nasty monster that we were taught it was. But it's good though, anyway. 239 is my overall cholesterol last time I had it checked. Oh, Cindy, I just saw your comment a while back where you said, did it take a while to adjust? I tried it for a week, but I felt so lethargic I could hardly get out of bed. Well, it can take a little while to adjust. A week is not nearly long enough. You were just getting started. That's why I said, do at least 30 days, 90 days is best really. Because if you felt lethargic, what they there's a thing called oxalate dumping, and it's a very serious thing. And if you're coming especially from just the standard American diet and just going right into carnivore, um, or keto, your body's adjusting and trying to get rid of all these toxins that's built up in there. And they call it the keto flu, you know, but actually it's not a flu, it's just your body getting rid of all the nasty crap, and it makes you feel a little bit yucky for a little while. But fortunately that goes away. We get a nice day and I get a fly buzzing around in here. Can you believe that? Okay. I'm trying to see if I missed missed anything here. No, I didn't. I think that's about it. If you guys don't have any more questions, we'll probably just wrap it up for today. You ever have one of those days where you just couldn't seem to get going or get it in gear? Um, I was having one of those days. I feel better now since I got my shower and fixed my hair and everything. But some days I jump up out of bed and I feel like that roaring lion, and I'm ready to go take on the whole world. And then there's other days like Sunday that I'm just like, "Hmm, I just want to sleep." But it's okay. It's all good. All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming on today. I hope that hope you had a good time here today. I hope I answered your questions. And I guess I'll see. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you. Um, my my video challenge, um, where I was uploading a video every single day, that is over now. I'll have a video coming out about the results of that probably this week or next week. So I will not have a video up every day from now on. I'm planning on a live, at least one live every week, like on Sundays. I may do live ride along someday during the week, but at least one live on Sundays, and then one uh full video a week. And I'm not sure what day it is. I might do Tuesdays and Thursdays, maybe two videos a week. There's possibility if I'm out and about, I'll make another video while I'm out and doing that. But um so just so you know, if you don't see one every day from me, there's nothing wrong. That was just a test and a challenge I was doing for myself. Tag your notification says, do you have a P.O. box number? I do not yet, but I will probably end up getting one. So I'll let everybody know when I get one. Thank you for asking. Cindy says, do you have any good websites or resources on how to get started? Yep. Go to Dr. Barry's channel. Go to Old Guy Carnivore channel. Dr. Anthony Chafee's channel. Those are a couple good ones that you can go and learn. Dr. Barry does a live uh, every Monday night live with his wife Nisha. I think it's at 7 p.m. Eastern, and you can ask questions. He'll answer questions. He also has a members only lives that he does, and he's you can get a lot of knowledge and understanding there from him too. Thanks, honey. You too. I hope you make a lot of money today. Hey, William. Have a wonderful day. That's right, William. Hit the like button on the way out. He says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. G Wolf. I like the live ride along videos. Oh, thank you. I'm glad for that feedback because sometimes, people will comment in just general chit chat. But it's nice when someone tells you if they like what you're doing or not, because then you know what you can do more of. So thanks, She Wolf. Paula says, thank you for sharing your health changes with your diet. You had briefly mentioned gum issues reversed in another video. Oh, yes, I did. Um, I kept getting tooth infections, and I'd go to the dentist, and my dentist would just say, here, take this antibiotic, and when it clears up, I'll yank the tooth out. So on this side, on the bottom, I have no big molars left anymore. I have them on the top here, but there's nothing to munch on to meet the bottom. And then over here, I had lost one, and it was like it just kept happening and happening. And he never said anything about how to fix it or anything like that. Well, I didn't know, but when I changed my diet, all of a sudden I wasn't getting tooth infections anymore. My gums never bleed anymore. And I was telling him about that the last time I was in to get my teeth cleaned. And he's like, oh, well, you have bone loss in your jaw. That's not going to reverse itself. I said, well, maybe that won't reverse itself, but at least I'm not getting the infections and the bleeding anymore. He just kind of poo-pooed it. So I thought, yeah, one of these days you'll figure it out. Steak and Butter Gal. Yeah, she has a good channel too. Thank you, Xana. Yes. Yeah, that's good. Thanks. There's so many good channels about that. And also Chris Cooking Nashville. He has a great channel for keto and carnivore recipes. He's fabulous. William says Chafee's channel is great info. Yes, it is. Yes, and Dr. Chafee's nice to look at too. Thank you. Yes, Cindy, you're welcome. Xana says Kelly Hogan is great too. Yes, she is. I love her. She's so happy and bubbly. She just makes me happy when I watch her. Oh, thank you, Xana. You love the ride-alongs too. Okay, well, good. Now I'll probably do more of them then. Oh yeah, and Vintage 11 says, please look up Sally Norton. Yeah, exactly. She talks about the oxalates and the oxalate bumping and all that stuff. Yes, thank you, Vintage 11. Oh, thanks, Cindy. Danielle says, I made beef stew yesterday when it was 19 degrees. Yay. Yep, yep. It is better to ease into it, especially like Vintage 11 said here. Um, a lot of carnivore doctors don't talk about it, but some do. Um, but if you're gonna start carnivore, and if you've been just doing the regular standard American diet where you just eat anything like pastas and grains and you're eating all this junk and all this crap, it's eat it's better to kind of ease into it, sort of like maybe start with keto and then, down gradually because the oxalates can really be a problem for some people. Yeah, Xana Taylor, I tried oil pulling. I I couldn't stand I just couldn't stand that feeling of the oil in there. I don't know why. It just a weird thing, how we all have those weird little things, but that kind of grossed me out. I tried it with coconut oil. Is that what you use? Oh, Marilyn, yes. You said you'd like to think you could get off the blood pressure and cholesterol meds. Yes, you could. You could. I believe you could. Yeah, spinach. Everybody thinks that's such a health food. Yeah. It's actually terrible for you, right? Xana says, yep, that's right. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for now, but thanks for coming, and then I'll do a ride along this week, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so thank you for all chiming in. Thanks for your contributions and just for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye for now.